What is a web browser? A web browser is a software application used to access and view websites on the internet. It translates the code written in web languages, like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, into the graphical and textual interface you interact with when you visit a website. Key concepts associated with web browsers. 1. User interface, UI. The part of the browser you interact with includes the address bar, back and forward buttons, bookmarking options, refresh button, and more. 2. Browser engine acts as a bridge between the user interface and the rendering engine, manages the actions taken in the browser UI and translates them into instructions for the rendering engine. 3. Rendering engine, responsible for displaying web content, interprets HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code and renders the content on the screen. Examples include Blink, used by Chrome, Gecko, used by Firefox, and WebKit, used by Safari. 4. Networking handles network calls like HTTP requests, retrieves data from the web server to display websites. 5. JavaScript engine interprets and executes JavaScript code. Examples include V8, used by Chrome and Edge, and SpiderMonkey, used by Firefox. 6. Data storage. Browsers store data on your computer. Includes cookies, local storage, session storage, and cache. Helps in speeding up browsing by storing frequently accessed data. 7. User privacy and security. Browsers incorporate various features to ensure safe browsing. Includes private browsing modes, warning about unsafe sites, and managing permissions for location, camera, and microphone access. Detailed explanations. User interface, UI. The UI is everything you see and interact with when using a browser. Common elements include address bar, where you type the URL of the website you want to visit. Back and forward buttons, navigate to previously viewed pages. Refresh, reload button, reloads the current page. Tabs, allow multiple web pages to be open in the same window. Bookmarks, save your favorite or frequently visited websites for easy access. The browser engine's main job is to facilitate communication between the UI and the rendering engine. When you perform an action like typing a URL or clicking a link, the browser engine decides how to interpret and process that action. Rendering engine. The rendering engine is the core component responsible for displaying web pages. It does this by parsing HTML, converts HTML code into a DOM, document object model tree structure. Parsing CSS, applies styles to the DOM elements. Rendering, combines the parsed HTML and CSS to display the content on your screen. Networking. Networking components handle all the network operations of the browser, including DNS lookup translates the human-readable web address into an IP address that computers can understand. HTTP requests retrieves resources from the web server using HTTP or HTTPS protocols. JavaScript engines execute JavaScript code on web pages. They are designed to be fast and efficient. The JavaScript engine interprets and compiles JavaScript code into machine that can be executed by the computer's processor. Data storage. Browsers use various methods to store data locally on your device. Cookies. Small pieces of data stored by websites to remember your preferences or login status. Local storage. A larger, more persistent storage option than cookies. Session storage. Similar to local storage, but data is cleared when the browser or tab is closed. Cache. Temporarily stores web page resources like images, scripts, and style sheets to speed up loading times on future visits. User privacy and security. Modern browsers have numerous features to protect users. Incognito private mode. Browsing history, cookies, and site data are not saved after the session. Pop-up blockers prevent unwanted pop-up windows from appearing. Security warnings alert users about potentially dangerous sites. Permissions manage what access websites have to your device's camera, microphone, location, etc. How browsers work. 1. User action. You enter a URL in the address bar. 2. DNS lookup. The browser translates the URL into an IP address. 3. HTTP request. The browser sends an HTTP request to the web server. 4. Server response. The server responds with the requested resources, HTML, CSS, JavaScript files. 5. Rendering. The browser's rendering engine parses the HTML and CSS, executes JavaScript, and displays the content on the screen. 6. Interaction. You interact with the page, and the browser handles further requests as needed. Examples of web browsers: Google Chrome, known for its speed and efficiency, Mozilla Firefox, focuses on privacy and customization. Safari, optimized for Apple devices. Microsoft Edge, built on Chromium, offering integration with Windows. Opera includes unique features like a built-in VPN and ad blocker. Summary: a web browser is a complex tool that enables you to access and interact with content on the internet. It involves multiple components working together seamlessly to fetch, interpret, and display web pages while ensuring user privacy and security. Understanding these concepts can help you use browsers more effectively and appreciate the technology behind web browsing.